Inside, we welcome you for a matchup between the defending national champions and your Tennessee Ice Vols. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Collie. Alex Carpenter joined alongside Ethan Price will be giving you the broadcast this afternoon as the Tennessee Ice Vols will be facing off in the second game of this weekend series against the Tampa Spartans. Ethan, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm great, Alex. It's great to be here for the Tennessee Club Sports Network. We've got a great one on hand here this Sunday afternoon. Like you said, Friday, we've already had a game. Tennessee won that game. Broke a 4-game win streak for the Spartans. The Ice Vols remain undefeated here in the state of Tennessee and at home. We'll see what they got here today, Alex.
Tennessee 3-3 on the season, but undefeated at home and in the Collie. This is their second game of the season inside of this wonderful arena. We've got a good crowd on hand to face off against the defending national champions who looked a little sluggish on Friday.
Yeah, they only scored 1 goal, Alex. Their lowest of this season. They've scored at least 2 or more before that Volunteers game. But now coming into this Sunday game, going to try to rally the troops and get back in the win column.
It'll be interesting to see what head coach Drew King has his Tennessee team look like here on this Sunday afternoon. Lots of fun and exciting things happening on Hockey Top. And really, what are your keys to the game as we get set here for puck drop?
Well, in that first Tampa game, the Spartans outshot the Ice Vols 28-21, but they still lost by 2 goals. So Tennessee did a really good job there, slowing the pace of the game and timing their shots, making them count. That's something they necessarily didn't do in the West Virginia games 2 weeks ago. And, when they shot 88-28 against West Virginia, they only scored 9 goals. So making goals in this game is going to be important because it's probably going to be a hard-fought battle all day.
So a 3-1 victory on Friday night, late Friday night, early Saturday morning. For those of you who are watching, we thank you for your watching us on Friday. That was just a interesting situation all around. But we're looking ready, and we're good for a good matchup here. It was 3-1 on Friday. Henry Cohen scored the first goal in the second period for the Ice Vols, but it was 1-0 Tampa to start off that game. Off of who scored that one? It was 1-1. Then, or later on in the second, assistant captain Kyle Stober scored to make it 2-1 Ice Vols, and then a late goal put the game away, and Tennessee was able to be victorious over this very, very solid Tampa team with Mitchell Spranklin's goal late in that one, 3-1.
Yeah, Alex, you mentioned that this is the national champions, right? These are the reigning champions. This is still most of their championship component team in here. So that win right there for the Ice Vols was huge momentum-wise, confidence-wise, and they're going to try to continue that undefeated streak here at home.
Which Tennessee's no slouches either, as we've learned. We saw them a couple weeks ago against West Virginia, and they looked pretty solid. It seems like they have more confidence on their home ice. Again, those games were played in the Ice Arena.
The Cool Sports.
Cool
yeah.
Sports.
Cool Sports.
Icarium, is that the correct pronunciation?
Something along the lines
Something like that. But now we're in a wonderful venue at the Collie, and really for me, what I'm looking forward to the most in this game is the atmosphere and the environment, as I have a feeling that the Tennessee staff understands the importance of this game for the rest of the season. You have to set the tone.
Yeah, this is a big game right here for the Ice Vols. Like you said, they're 4-3 right now on the season. They got that win over Tampa. Last year, when these two teams faced off, they traded wins, right? 1 for 1. That was each team. So, the Ice Vols are going to be looking to try to continue that momentum that they've got going, and we'll see what they've got here today.
10 minutes to puck drop here inside the Collie. It's Tennessee facing off against Tampa. We'll be right back after a quick break with puck drop here on the Tennessee Club Sports Network. Wrapped up the national anthem and the starting lineups have been announced. It's time for puck drop inside the Knoxville Civic Coliseum between the Tennessee Ice Vols and the Tampa Spartans. It's going to be a fun one. I'm Alex Carpenter, joined by Ethan Price. It's time. It's finally time.
Yeah, it's Hockey Top time in Tennessee. We're getting ready here from this awesome venue.
Pretty good crowd on hand, I'd say.
Yeah.
Not bad.
A lot of orange. I see some red in there for Tampa. Nice crowd today.
So we'll give you your starting lineups for the teams that are about to take the ice. But first, we'd like to let you know that TCSN is presented by Flyhouse. From here to extraordinary, your passport to a life well lived. Drone footage provided by Music City Drones, and camera angle sponsored by Raw G-Lo. So for Tampa, you've got Albert, Leon, and Hagelberger, and the puck drop is here. So Hagelberger and Leon in the defense. You've got Valise, Schmelzer, McCann, and Fontana in net for Tampa. For the Ice Falls, you've got Simons in net. No Patrick Green today. Henry Cohen, James Getz, Dylan Updike, Sprinklin, and DiStefano, the wonder kid, the freshman. So early off, we had a little bit of an offensive zone presence there, and we're underway. So Tampa going to try and get some possession in their zone. Looks like no icing there. Tampa tries to force it to the top of the net, so Tennessee retains. Quick turnover there. So here we are. Tennessee defenseman with it, going to just flip it in, try and get a line shift here for Tennessee quickly. Bounces wrong off the net. There's Alex Mueller with it. He'll turn the ball, or the puck over, not the ball. Wrong sport, everybody. 19 minute, the first minute has passed here in the start of this game. A scrum on the far side of the boards. Tennessee's going to come out with it. Quickly turn the ball over. Lots of possession here early for Tampa.
Yeah, and Tennessee finding themselves here on defense early. Probably not what they were hoping for after such a great ending to the last game.
And there's a shot from Will Fortuske. It goes wide, and Tennessee with it in their zone. So Tennessee able to get a 3-1 victory on Friday night. No goals in that first opening frame for either team. And we're wondering what's going to be the story of this opening frame here. As Tampa has it, going to work it on the attack. There's almost an opportunity there for a streaking.
Dude, this thing is so fucking wobbly, John. You're not going to get an even broadcast. We need that camera.
And that was Pavic with it. There's afternoon game.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty early in the day. It's in the afternoon, but after playing a late one Friday night, who knows what they've been doing on their Saturday, especially coming off a loss, trying to just build some momentum and confidence back in your team. Right now, both these teams just kind of locked in a stalemate as they just trade blows and try to get the puck from the other.
Maybe they went to the football game. Maybe some other places on the strip. Who knows? We'll be interested to see as this game enters the later half. But right now, everybody's got some fresh legs. Coaching staff eagerly on looking as here is Tennessee with a chance out front and just deflected wide. Good defense there from Tampa.
Yeah, that was a really good block there by the goalie.
Yeah, Mitchell Sprinklin tried to get that one on net. He had the last goal on Friday night. No luck there. So Sprinklin with it again in the zone. Is bullied off the puck, and that'll be Tampa's possession here. Trying to set this offense up as Bryce Cooper tries to get something going, and he's going to be offsides there.
This is plugged in.
So 5 minutes gone. What have we seen?
We're just seeing, like I said, a lot of changes with the puck. Neither team really has the edge on the other right now. Just kind of fighting to get possession of this, but we've seen a lot of good communication between the teammates down there on the ice.
Frazier wins it for Tennessee. They send it back to the defense. Lots of center ice action here. Not a lot of possession that's had purpose, I suppose. And there's a quick icing, I believe. They call icing or offsides.
I believe they might have got him for an offsides there, Alex.
Nope, it's going to be an ice. Coming down to the other side. Good try, though.
Sometimes you guess wrong.
Hey, we're all learning the sport here, too. So that's Frazier again facing off against Valise. Valise wins it. A shot on net by Hagelberger. That's blocked wide by Simons. Good save there. And here's Tennessee on the break. It's Isles. Isles trying to find someone there. Shoots it to the net. It goes wide. Tennessee still has it in that far right corner. They're going to lose possession. A good opportunity there. Probably one of the better ones of the game so far for Tennessee.
Yeah, that's definitely a missed opportunity for the Ice Vols. Fontana's pretty much just been sitting there the whole game, not really doing much.
And that came off of a shot from Hagelberger that Simons was able to corral, and instead of covering it up, he went on the break. I think that's going to be the secret to this game for Tennessee, is these fast break opportunities where you get some mismatch in numbers, because Tampa is a solid team and they're big. They've got some size out there. So a fight behind the boards. Tampa's going to turn the puck over. Tennessee trying to get some rhythm here early on in the game. That's Pavic with the puck. He goes up the ice trying to find Graham. Graham's going to just dump it in, and they're going to change lines here. Tampa with it, coming down the other way. That's Trainer working it around the end, trying to find somebody in the slot. No luck there. As they keep possession, a slap shot there wide, just to the right of Simons. He was ready for it, though. There's a weird bouncing puck that gets out front, and that's Moeller in the front of the slot. As it goes to the side, and now we freeze.
Yeah, Simons right now is seeing a lot more action than Fontana is, as Tennessee just tries to keep this from going in.
Yeah, I'd imagine maybe one shot on goal and a couple shots wide for Simons already. He looks honed in out there, I'll say that. So Getz fighting with it. Probably needs to switch ice here. Tampa's going to get a shift. They work it up our end. That's Tressler with it. Tressler skates it all the way end to end and turns the ball or the puck over. I keep saying ball. Ethan, come on now.
Hey man, it's all good.
We got to lock in.
Saturday was where the ball was, though.
Ball was in the end zone on Saturday. There's a shot from way outside, just trying to dump it in.
Yeah, but neither puck's been able to get in the net here on Sunday, so these teams got to figure it out.
And Simons is just going to cover that one up, and we'll get some fresh legs on the ice. 12:40 left, 0-0 your score. I don't know. It just feels a little interesting right now. It feels like Tampa's probably got the upper hand here, except for one opportunity off of a breakaway for Tennessee. I don't know. You got to win this faceoff.
Yeah, Alex, you've mentioned size for Tampa. Really, though, I think the Ice Vols have the speed, and that's really been kind of the reason we're stuck here. Neither team's really been able to do anything against the other.
Spranklin wins the offense or the defensive zone draw. And Tennessee trying to get something going, some sustained offensive pressures. That's the key to getting something going here in the first period.
Yeah, they're finally able to get it down onto the Tampa side of the zone.
There's Spranklin with a shot from way outside, just inside the blue line, and Tampa's able to easily corral it. That's Fontana. Probably the first time he's had to use the glove all game. Great defense there, and here they come on the break. As it goes down to Cooper. Cooper works it over to Tyler Rose. Tyler Rose sends it out of play.
Yeah, and the seniors making their mark early here for Tennessee. Neither one's been able to get a goal, but definitely right now being on the ice is the difference in this game.
And a lot of these guys for Tampa are remnants of that team that won the national championship last year. So some experience. They understand what's needed in club hockey. And there's a shot from the far side of the circle. It's saved by Simons. Really no chance there.
Yeah, and Alex, both of these teams have aspirations to get back to D1. And they've definitely got the talent to do so.
Tennessee wins the draw, but they send it over to That's Hagelberger. Hagelberger has it behind the net, looking for someone out front. He's going to send it back to the defender. It goes to McCann. McCann shoots it towards the net, and a save by Simons. Just kind of lobbing it towards the net there, trying to get some kind of rebound. Nothing going.
Yeah, Alex, both these teams are just trying to do something. What they've been doing the first, 9 minutes in this game is not working. They're trying to change it up, and that didn't work. Now what do you do?
Frazier wins it again. He's been very solid so far in this game on his draws, and they're going to force Fontana to cover it up. Yep. So we'll do it again. 11-16. We're almost halfway through this first frame. Nothing. Your score.
This is looking very similar to Friday's game. And, of course, the Spartans got an early goal in the first 45 seconds of that second period.
Frazier wins it for Tennessee. Now it's in the far corner as they're going to try and get it out front. They do. It's Isles. Isles dumps it back out to the defenseman up top. Shoots it towards the net, blocked by Tampa. Very physical game so far. Lots of pushing and shoving in the boards. No big hits yet. If I was a gambling man, I'd bet one's coming.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
That's Frazier unable to corral it. There's a tumble to the ice by the Ice Vols. And we get a line shift. Tampa looks a little bit tired out there with a little bit of some presence here.
Frazier made a nice attempt there, but Fontana was able to just block it.
And Frazier's had his mark on the game so far, and here's Tennessee with an opportunity. It goes to Graham. Graham in the corner. He's corralled off the puck, and here's Tampa on the break. A 2-on-2 developing. Here comes a shot towards the net from Tampa. No luck. That was Satterland. The best defense is when your goalie doesn't even have to touch the puck. It's when your defensive guys know that they got to put their bodies on the line and get a stop. And there looks like an icing, so Tampa with an opportunity here. Exactly 10 minutes on the clock here in the first period.
Yeah, and this is a big moment down here for the Spartans. They have it in a really good position. See if they can capitalize.
Primo, kind of a draw there on the face-off. A shot from way outside from where's the 33? That's Fortus. I'm trying to say his name right. If you're listening and you know how to say Will Fortusque's name, please let me know.
I believe it's Fortescue.
Fortescue. Ethan says Fortescue. We'll go Fortescue. So Tennessee with it. They've had a lot more success here in the past 5 minutes of the game with possession of the puck. And there's a bouncing puck that wow, that was close. So Simons sends it outside.
Yeah, we've seen some missed opportunities for Tennessee. I believe that one right there, Alex, was a missed one for the Spartans.
Almost has a man in the slot set up, but a good defense there to make sure. And we have an ice.
What is that, the fourth one now,
I think
Alex?
that's the fourth ice we've had. Two developing, trying to stay on side. They do. They dump it out into the far side. Looks like a defenseman's going to be there to grab it. They just Tampa kind of playing keep away right now.
Yeah, they've kind of swapped what they were doing. Tampa is starting to play a little bit more conservative. Tennessee's bringing the aggression. It was the opposite about 4 minutes ago.
And there was a shot in the slot and a good defense there from Tennessee. Simons never even had to worry about it. So 8 minutes almost. They get some underneath the net. Looking for something out front. It goes to DeStefano. Tries to get it to Getz, but unable to get a solid pass there. He stays onside, though, so here's a breakaway in the slot. There's a chance at goal and a save by, wow, Fontana just diving for it. What a save.
Yeah, the Spartans are proving why before at least Friday they were on a 4-game win streak. An incredible save there by Fontana. You can't ask for any better if you're head coach for the Spartans.
And who shot that? Did you see had the shot there, tried to go backhand on it. Just a good save. So Tennessee has it again. Try to get it towards net. Deflected save by Fontana. Lots of pressure here and a save again.
And he's starting to work overtime down there.
And that was Sprinklin on the shot there. Gave it a good look at goal. And Fontana, excellent performance right now.
Yeah, and Sprinklin, you mentioned with the shot, he's already got 2 goals on the season, so he knows how to hit the goals. That one, unfortunately, was just a little bit off the mark, Alex.
Sprinklin takes the face-off. A fight for it right now. Tampa's going to come out with it. They've got a man streaking down the ice. Just going to dump it in. No line change here, so here comes an attack. Tennessee gets it out of the zone. Here comes Sprinklin on the attack. Sprinklin all by himself as Tennessee's going to get some fresh legs. And they'll reset. 6:55 and counting left in the first period. 0-0 your score. A little bit of discombobulation from the Tennessee attack as they get set here for an offensive zone. They get the puck outside the circle to the top. They go to Rose. Rose dumps it in. 3-1 right now. Like that. Sorry, just the fan in me was getting out.
The Ice Vols have been doing really good this season, but right there, like you said, you got to help your guy. They didn't, and now there's a penalty.
So now a power play opportunity for Tampa. Fall down, and it looks like another penalty coming up on Tennessee.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity. You don't always get power plays. They're not guaranteed, Alex. Right now, Tampa's got a shot, and we'll see what the penalty is on this one.
So now a 5-on-3 for almost the entire time. So a 1 minute and 35 seconds of 5-on-3 play, and then 25 seconds of 5-on-4 after that. This is not good for Tennessee.
No, and if you're Tampa, this is a golden opportunity to get goals in this game. They're scoreless, but there's been a ton of action right now on that rink.
You have to score if you're Tampa here early on and set the tone, as they're going to have any shot they want. Tennessee's just going to try and hunker down in this triangle defense. In the slot, good defense, and they clear. There's the second clear. 50 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Tampa in the zone again. And, it almost goes offside, and here's a breakaway chance for Tennessee. That's Carroll. Carroll
He got it.
He scores! Unbelievable! Tennessee on the 5-on-3 power play scores shorthanded.
And if you're Tampa, you're asking yourself, how did this happen? You had a 2-man advantage, and now you're down 1 late in this first period. And you got to remember, they only scored 1 goal on Friday, so now you're in trouble.
Tommy Carroll on the breakaway. Miscommunication for Tampa in the zone, and Tommy Carroll takes advantage of it. 1-0 Tennessee. What a turn of events. Wow.
Yeah, big play there by the sophomore.
Tampa's got to reset, though. Still 30 seconds of 5-on-3 play. We'll see what they can do here, as this is probably the last chance of this disadvantage they've got here. So Tampa rattled, and there's just a missed time pass, and it goes out of the zone. So 13 seconds and counting. Tennessee about to get a man back out of the box. Still 30 seconds left on that second infraction for Tennessee, so still playing at a disadvantage. 4:20 left in the first period, and here comes Sprinklin out of the box. Tennessee here with 18 seconds left on the man. Here with 18 seconds left on the man advantage. 55 left in the first period. That is Rose coming out of the box and heading straight to the bench. 5-on-5 play, hopefully, for the rest of this period.
Yeah, Tennessee, like you said, survived one there with the 2-man down. Now they're back to full strength.
I'd say, survive might not even be the right word. They took advantage.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And here comes Tennessee on the break again, and they're going to get him for offsides. Looks like the ice ball on our near side a little bit too excited to get into the zone. And it's the breakaways. We talked about it earlier. It's when they get a break. They haven't had much offensive zone presence. But you mentioned it. They're fast, and they're taking advantage of that. So Sprinkling going to take this face-off. It's going to be won by Tampa. The goalie corrals it behind the net, and they try to work it up into the center ice.
Yeah, one of the 7 wonders of the world might be how Tennessee scored a goal down 2 men.
I mean, seriously, I can't get over that. Here's Tampa with a chance. They try to get it out front. Good defense there from Tennessee. So no luck on that opportunity there. Trying to work the wings, Tampa is. Here's Sprinkling, takes a shot towards net, and it goes into the netting.
Yeah, and you just see Tennessee is just so fast at getting down the ice, and I think that's really where the Spartans are lacking right now is while they've got, the size, as you said, they don't have that speed to quickly maneuver like they need to, and that's really the difference, especially when you're down 2 guys. There's really almost no excuse if you're the Spartans.
So Primo wins this draw or this face-off for Tennessee, but Tampa takes it, and they go off sides. Another costly mistake here in the first period for the Spartans.
Yeah, we saw Tennessee have some, mistakes. Obviously 2 penalties, and now the Spartans are having some mistakes here of themselves.
So we'll do it again. Primo wins this one cleanly now for Tennessee. Work it around the boards, a turnover now. Tampa with a chance, a shot from the slot, saved by Simons, and they're going to cover it up. And Lincoln Simons has been ready in net for Tennessee.
Yeah,
his number gets called. Patrick Green going to sit on the bench for this one, and Simons has been ready.
He's really earning his money today down there at goalie.
So is that going to be Frazier that takes it here? 14. That'd be Frazier. Connor Frazier going to try and win another faceoff. They won't, so Tampa's going to get a shot here at net. It's 91. He goes wide, hits off the blocker of Simons. So they fight for the puck in the boards. Tennessee wins it. And there's another mistake for Tampa, and Tennessee with the puck in the offensive zone. It goes, there's no one there. .159 left in the first period. 1-0 your score. Tennessee on top thanks to a 5-on-3 goal from Tommy Carroll for Tennessee. Can't believe that.
There's really just no words to describe what happened there.
If you're Drew King and you're the head coach of the Ice Falls, you're just trying to get out of this period with this lead right now. So Tampa's had a little bit of pressure here. They win the offensive zone faceoff. And they're looking for a shot saved by Simons off the backhand. Trying to catch the keeper off guard there. No luck.
Yeah, and this is looking a lot like that West Virginia game. West Virginia's goalie, an absolutely incredible first night. Unfortunately, though, fatigue wore him down, and then that's where the Ice Falls took advantage.
And I'll tell you, that West Virginia goalie looked good in that second game, too. He just got overwhelmed. I'm hoping that doesn't happen to Simons here because it's hard to play 3 periods where you've got to be the man the whole 3 periods.
And this is where the advantage could become for the Spartans with Fontana. Like you said, he's just standing down there doing nothing right now.
Tennessee wins this possession here as they're fighting along the boards in a scrum. It goes over to DiStefano. DiStefano fighting with Valise down there.
The freshman's seen a lot of play time this year.
Lots of play times and great performances so far from him. Tampa with it, tries to get it out front, no luck, and here comes Tennessee on the break. That's Cohen with it. He'll dump it in, and they'll just get a change. 1 minute left here in the first period. A great start for Tennessee against the defending national champions, trying to sweep the weekend series. It was hand-wrapped on a silver platter for Tampa to tie this one up. And almost intimidation. That wasn't even really a save from Simons. That was just a missed shot.
That was basically an early Christmas gift, and they looked at the present too early and didn't get it.
Cannot left. That's Primo's going to take it. He's going to win it, and Tennessee's going to dump it out of the zone. 10 seconds and counting. Could be the final moments of this period. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and it goes out of play. So we'll have one more face-off before we wrap up here in the first period.
And we've seen a lot of activity in this first period. I'm really excited to see what comes up in the second period.
So can Tennessee get another one for the stats? They get a shot on goal, no luck, and that will conclude the period. 1-0 your score here in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Very good first half. We'll go to break. When we come back, we'll have the second period for you. You're listening to the Tennessee Club Sports Broadcasting Network. We're back, folks. Well, that happened. You know, that's the thing about club sports is this isn't the end of the world. We want to take it seriously. We want to have a good time. But in the end, we're college students watching a college club hockey game, and we're trying to learn how to be better broadcaster, how to be better engineers, how to be better producers. And I hate that we can't see the camera angle on that ref that just took a tumble to the ice. That was really funny to see. But we're back now. Things should be much better. It's always interesting to
yeah, Alex. Tampa's had some difficulty on the ice. We've had some difficulty up here in the broadcast booth, but we've got period 2 here for ice hockey for you, ready to go.
So we're back. It's 1-0 your score. A very, very interesting first period all the way around. We apologize for any language that was heard as well. People are frustrated, but you never know. The real world has things that happen in them, but we apologize for any of that, but we roll on. Hey, we continue.
That's how you know people have got passion for their job.
Absolutely, and there's an early shot for Tampa. There's a shot chance out front. No luck. Tampa already in this period trying to make some magic happen and get back into this game. So we were talking about it in the break. It just feels like there's been, and here's a scrum here in the corner. Looks like a little fisticuffs happen. No gloves drop as you hear the bell sound. That's Pentrante in the mix of it with 3 or 4 ice balls saying, hey, leave our guy alone.
You think we'd be playing Alabama the way they were going at it right there up against the glass. A bunch of red and some orange.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to send him to the box. And is an ice ball going to go too? Yep, looks like they're going to get them both for, I don't know if I'd call that a fighting because it's not going to be a major as they go to the wrong penalty boxes. They got a do-si-do around there. But so 4-on-4 hockey.
Maybe a little disagreement.
Maybe a little disagreement there. So what do you see now that you've got 4-on-4 hockey for a couple minutes? You think this game's going to open up?
We've seen 5v5 a lot of the games. We saw 5v3, and that gave the Ice Balls a goal. So who knows what we're going to see with a 4v4. But, yeah, I believe we're going to see it open up here.
So that's going to be a 2-minute minor for roughing for both Tennessee and Tampa as we see a different style play here. We talked about opportunities in the break, and really we just want to present that to you all as this game has been a game of missed opportunities and opportunities taken advantage of.
For sure. I mean, like you said, when you're a 2-man advantage and you can't get a goal and then you let up a goal, that's a missed opportunity in my book, and we'll see what Tampa has here coming out of the second period.
A little bit of confusion right now on the ice about what face-off, where the face-off's going to be, who's going to be in the box, but it looks like we're ready now as we're going to have to redo this face-off here. Too quick on the draw as we rewind, reset, and here we go. Puck drop, Tennessee wins it as they work here on a 4-on-4 club hockey game for the next 1 minute and 50 seconds and counting. I'd imagine that this is going to open the game up more for Tampa. We've seen Tampa with more opportunities at extended pressure. Tennessee able to score off of breaks and off of quick chances. As here's Tampa in the zone. They try to get something going towards the net. They working around the end. Go up top to the defenseman. And it'll go out of play, so a face-off upcoming. Tommy Caro, your hero so far for Tennessee, with a 5-on-3 shorthanded breakaway goal that was incredible. Put Tennessee on top against the defending national champions. So Tennessee has it. That's Trussler behind the net. They turn it over to Tampa. So Tampa with some presence here. They're working it around, looking for a good shooting lane. Tennessee playing tight defenses. There's a shot that gets through the mess and a save by Simons.
Simons picking right back up where he left off there at the end of the first period, and that
Here's
was a little high.
shot high, and that was Moeller for Tampa, and a save there. And lots of pushing and shoving there in front of the net in front of Simons. Try and get it in the lane. A shot from the slot. Save. Or just wide, actually.
Black. Okay, back on. Yep.
So Tampa taking advantage here. 30 seconds left. The 4-on-4. Both teams changing lines. Tampa going to take a little timeout here. Reset. So they work it around, trying to get it into that neutral zone as they dump it in. Looks like it's going to be another chance here. $17 minutes left. There goes the but Simons has denied them time and time again so far.
Simons has been the difference in this game. If he's not in there at goalie, there's a couple of these shots that Tampa probably gets off, and we see a much different game. Probably a 4-1 game if we include that breakaway. But right now, it's just the Spartans are just stuck.
And but correct me if I'm wrong, but Tampa's scored a goal in every game so far this season, right?
Yes, Alex, they've scored a goal in every game this season, and in that Friday game, that one goal was their lowest of the season. So this is not really what the Spartans are used to.
And there was a chance there for Trussler for the Ice Balls. It's deflected high, and Tennessee with a chance there. They throw it into the slot. No luck there, fighting for it. It gets behind the net. They try to slide it out front. No luck. That's Updike. There's Trussler with it again. Trussler, lots of opportunities here. He swings it, and they work it inside. Get a shot from the inner circle, and a whistle. What's the whistle for?
I'm not sure what the whistle is, but I've got a stat for you here, Alex.
Okay.
When it comes to the Spartans season so far, when they score 2 or less goals, they have lost. So right now, not looking good for Tampa.
And we're going to get a penalty on Tampa, it looks like, as somebody goes to the box. So now a power play of their own for Tennessee. So 2 minutes here and a golden opportunity to put this game just a little bit more out of reach. I seriously doubt one goal is going to win it for either of these teams. So Tennessee with it on the Pick Sweet power play as they try to work it into the slot. There's a shot, it goes high. Tennessee still has it. Trying to keep possession. That's the key of a power play. They work it out to the top. They go to Frazier. Frazier sends it across to Cooper. And they kind of reset here, trying to get somebody probably off a one-timer here. There's a falling Tennessee player as he just slaps it in. They still keep it, though. Tampa playing really conservative here on the 5-on-4. Kind of daring them to take a chance. And there's a chance in the slot. No luck. Right in front. Tried to get a little bit too fancy with it. And so Tampa gets the clear. 50 seconds left on this power play. And there's a puck that gets away, and Fontana's just going to have to pounce on it. So we get a offensive zone faceoff on the power play. Still a good power play so far, wouldn't you agree, for Tennessee? A couple opportunities.
Yeah, this is an opportunity that you really can't give up.
So there's a quick clear for Tampa, 37 seconds and counting on this man advantage, as Pavic actually just came out of the box. So here we go. 14-28 and counting, 1-0 your score. Tennessee trying to work it back into the zone. That's the hardest part of a power play, is getting it into a position where you can start looking for those shooting lanes.
Yeah, neither team's really been able to control either puck here. I mean, they're just back and forth.
So Tampa survives the power play. Almost an opportunity for Pentrante coming out of the box, but it goes wide. It's been all Tennessee so far to start out this period. Will it change? Tampa has the puck in their zone. They got a man setting up for it. Puck bounced wide by Simons. Good save there off the left leg. And there's a quick turnover, and Tennessee on the attack. It gets loose from, who is that? That's 71 down there. That's Kyle Flynn. Just wait until I can put a face to a name, or a name to a number. Then it'll be Tombstone for you. So 7 minutes have passed, and here's an opportunity for Tampa. It's 93. He shoots, and a save by Simons. That's Colm Trainer for the Spartans. The best opportunity of this second period.
2 words, missed opportunity again for the Spartans.
And that came off of a mistake for Tennessee, off a pass. And Trainer was just in the right spot at the right time. Doesn't really give it a good look at goal there, as it goes right into the pads of Simons. And here's Tennessee with a chance of their own, and they're going to get a penalty, it looks like, on Tampa. It looks like he might have held him up there with his stick. Maybe a hooking call coming up, as they're going to send 24, that's Cole Satterland, to the box. So a man advantage again for Tennessee. Yeah, not sure what the official word is on that penalty, but 5-on-4 play upcoming again. Tennessee trying to take a 2-0 lead on the defending national champions. As they've got a chance, it goes wide. Gets to the defender, battling for it. There's a scrum, and Tampa comes out with it. linesman is chatting it up with one of the ice balls.
I think something might have broke on his helmet. Maybe popped loose.
That's 7 for Tampa. Who is that? I don't have him on my roster.
That is Zeline.
So
Nick
Zeline,
Zeline.
they are going to send him off the ice, but I don't think it's got to be an equipment malfunction.
Yeah.
Well, you hate to see that. We had a stick break. Now we've got maybe a helmet messed up.
And West Virginia, we had the glass break
Oh,
before
yeah,
the game.
forgot about that.
Here in the broadcast booth, we had some technical difficulties.
Oh me, oh me, oh my. So they're chatting it up. I wonder if this is like the two captains talking out there. That's
And Alex, this is a big opportunity here for both these teams. Just kind of be able to talk some strategy. You see Tennessee over there. What does we call that? A huddle still in hockey?
Yep.
Huddled up, kind of talking game plans, seeing how they're going to win this face-off coming up.
If Josh Heupel was here, I'd probably be like, you got to go up tempo now. Come on. 6:45 left.
Saw a game last night where, things kind of got conservative in that last quarter. We're seeing a lot of aggression in this second period.
What would you say is the key for Tampa to get back into this one?
Teamwork. You mentioned it in the first period. In this second period, they have not been working as a team. They've gotten in, 2 fights? Do you want to call that last one a fight?
Yeah, we'll call it a fight.
They did go to the ice.
And we're finally back, ready for play. As the music still plays, they turn it off. And Tampa with a chance here off the break. Good save by Simon. He gets the leg out. Denies Tampa's opportunity off the face-off. And that was just a good opportunity there. So Tennessee with it. Another stick on the ice. It doesn't look to be broken. People need to hold on to their stuff, people. Come on now. And here's an opportunity. Great long pass for Tampa. It's 9 coming down the lane. Tennessee breaks it up. Here comes the ice balls the other way. Down goes a Spartan. Down goes another Spartan. Good sound effect there. As here's Tennessee behind the net. They work it around front. Fontana just kind of biding his time. They get it out front. There's a shot on net. It gets through the traffic and a save by Fontana. The 6'2 senior has come to play, and we have another whistle. That is a loud whistle, too.
Yeah, the Spartans may be struggling here in this second period, but Fontana definitely is on his game here today. Just shot after shot, he's blocking it, falling on it, doing everything right here for the Spartans and keeping this a manageable game.
So we reset. Tennessee loses the draw, and they'll head the other way. Here comes Tampa. An errant pass results in a turnover. So we reset. Lots of this game has been played at center ice with both teams kind of just throwing blind punches at each other as a metaphor, if you will, trying to figure something out. So Tampa has it. Another player goes down. It's the third player we've seen fall to the ice here in the past 3 minutes. 5 minutes left here in the second period. 1-0 your score. Tennessee has had opportunities to make this a 2-0 game, and Tampa's had opportunities to tie it up. From what they've looked like earlier this season, this is the secret to beat them, it seems like, is just play good defense and take advantage of the breakaways. As here's Tampa again, a shot, and he scores. Out of nowhere, and here's a fight. Oh, my goodness. It is a brawl in the corner after the goal. So after the guy who scored the goal, who we're not certain, the goal. So we got a man in the box for Tennessee and a man in the box for Tampa. Probably going to play 4-on-4 hockey here.
Earlier we called it a disagreement. I think right there, that was a full-on brawl.
So let's talk about this goal here. All of a sudden,
the Spartans kind of get that one back. And not only do they tie it up, now if you're Tennessee, you kind of got to go back to basics and, okay, how did we start this game? Let's go back to that.
So DiStefano and Robbie Seawagon chatting it up with the refs. That's not DeStefano. That's 14. That is Connor Frazier. My apologies, as we're just kind of chit-chatting with 4:40 left here in the second. Major development with a tie game now. This game has been fun, no doubt about it.
I'm having fun. It's a blast.
I'm not sure, but is that 10 and 16 on the scoreboard the shots, you think?
It could be.
So maybe Tennessee with 10 shots and Tampa with 16.
Like we said, the aggression ramped up in this second period, but Tennessee has been more strategic with their shots compared to the Spartans, who've just kind of gone out whatever, or gone after whatever that was given to them. And right there, Spartans given a free goal.
So Tampa's got their 5 guys on the ice. They're ready to play hockey. Tennessee is just kind of chilling. Drew King and company just kind of standing there. Not sure what the holdup is, as Frazier has been having a long chit-chat with the head official.
Yeah, that's the captain just trying to figure out what's going on. Now the referee's talking to a couple of these Spartans players down there.
Yeah. So Frazier goes over and reports to his bench what that conversation was. It got chippy real quick here in Knoxville, as now they go over and talk to the goalie. Hopefully this doesn't shake Simon's confidence, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, this is a big turning point in the game here, Alex. I mean, now you're tied up. Now you've lost that lead if you're Tennessee. If you're Tampa, you're thrilled because you finally got, a goal, and you can now make this a game.
So Tyler Rose is ready to play. 1-on-5 right now for Tampa, as Drew King's getting an explanation from 3 officials, 3 of the 4. The scoreboard has Tennessee on the power play, or no, Tampa on the power play, with Tennessee serving a 2-minute minor, but I'm pretty sure I saw a man each go to the box for Tampa and the Ice Vols.
There was a lot going on there, Alex.
Yes.
We still don't even know who scored the goal for the Spartans.
Scored. So now Rose and another Ice Vol, it's Bryce Cooper, are out there. They're ready to play, as Tennessee looks like they're going to get set for this face-off. So a little bit of a break. Maybe let the tempers chill out now, as someone's going to go to the box. That's 23. That's Henry Cohen's going to take the box for Tennessee.
Yeah, and this right here, Alex, is an opportunity for Tampa. We talked about it, how they've had, maybe they're not as fast as Tennessee is. Right here, you've had about 3 minutes to catch your breath. Now they're going to go at it here in these last 4:40.
Yeah, so it's going to be a man advantage for Tampa after the goal. Don't know what happened, but there's a shot on goal from center ice. That will count as a shot on goal. Weird stuff happening here in the Collie, but the result stays the same. We're tied at 1. Tennessee has to kill off a 1-minute and 40-second power play for the Spartans, as they're going to work it around, try and set something up. That's Moeller with the puck at the top of the right-hand circle, as he whiffs on it. That's Valise who whiffs on it, and that results in a turnover. Tennessee gets some fresh legs out there. Already almost a minute gone, as we have a whistle. And then the song we play has a whistle too. So, double whistle.
Got a couple of whistles here recently.
I'm telling you, that ref loves his whistle. He blows that thing with a passion.
We got passion on the ice, passion with the whistle.
And there's another broken stick. Immediately off the face-off, and there's a broken stick. Second of the game, and somebody doesn't have a stick.
I believe we have 2 sticks that are broken.
What in the world? 58 seconds left on the power play for Tampa. We've got things breaking, and weird things happen. I don't even know. But Tampa's is in a scrum down there.
We've got broken sticks, we've got hurt feelings, and we've got a tie hockey.
Entrante, who sends it behind the boards. As Tampa's trying to set something up here with 29 seconds left in this power play. As it goes to Schmelzer. Schmelzer, that's 91. That's Lawhorn.
And you see right there, Lawhorn with the goal. You know, in that Friday game, it looked like Lawhorn might have been able to get that goal. Instead, it was all, 13. That's Braden Dieterman with the goal. But right there, big opportunity for the Spartans, and they take advantage of it. Now take the lead in this one.
So Lawhorn able to take advantage off of a one-timer on the power play, puts Tampa up in this game 2-1. What a turn of events here in the second period, in the last 2 minutes even. So Tennessee falls to even strength for the penalty. Yep, that was 43 for Tennessee who fell.
That's Bryce Cooper.
So Bryce Cooper falls because, is that 3 going into the box? Alex Moeller. Yep. So Moeller trips Cooper, and now you got to take advantage on this power play. It's going to last the majority of the end of this period. 5-on-4 play for Tennessee. Can they deliver and tie this game up? As that puck quickly goes into the benches and will reset and do it again. And he goes down again. Maybe another penalty call coming. No luck there. And there was a quick opportunity from Marco Bashire for Tampa. Tennessee on the break. 2-on-2 developing. Man falls down again, and here comes Tampa. They're just going to clear it out and get some fresh legs on the ice. 1:46 left in the second period, and a minute left on the power play.
Yeah, and we thought Tampa maybe needed some speed. Maybe, Alex, they just needed some confidence.
People, you can't stat confidence and momentum on a stat sheet, but it is real, and it's something that players recognize. As there's Billy McCann turning the puck over, still just killing that time and taking this opportunity away from Tennessee here. Tennessee finally gets some offensive zone presence, as they're just going to have to send it out and it'll be cleared. And here's an opportunity developing for, a goal. Cole Valise just absolutely says, how you doing, top shelf? And Simon's had no chance.
Yeah, Alex, I was going to wait for the end of the second period to mention this, but I guess it's a good time to mention it now. After losing that first game against South Carolina, or winning the South Carolina, they went and beat, Liberty 5-0, shut them out. So looks like whenever the Spartans lose a game, they're going to win a game. May just not be Tennessee's day today.
So with a man down, Tampa does not care. Cole Valise says, I'm going to score this goal, and he does. So 3-1, your score. A disastrous second period for Tennessee.
It started out so good for them, and yeah, just disaster in these last 5 minutes. A disastrous
5 minutes, yeah. That's the better way to describe it. So 38 seconds left in the period. Tennessee going to try and get one back here quick. They get a shot, a rebound, no luck. It's Rose at the top. He swings it across to Stober. Stober gets it down low. There's a fight for it. Fontana does not want to cover it. 19 seconds left. Rose tries to keep it in. He can't. 10 seconds left. There's a last-second shot and a save by Simons. 4.9 seconds left. This one hurts.
Yeah, and Simon's weak point, if you will, looks to be that right side of the net. That's where the goals have been mostly in today, and you got to wonder if Drew King's going to see if he can make a change on that right side and maybe protect it more.
Face-off won by Tennessee, and they're content to let this clock wind down. And that will conclude the second period. Tampa able to respond in a big way and put up 3 goals in this frame. just wow. That's really the best way to describe it, is wow. Both the teams are going to go off of the ice. 3-1 your score as we get ready and get set for the third period. Does Tennessee have a comeback in them to keep their undefeated streak at home alive, or will the reigning national champions escape Knoxville, splitting this weekend series? What do you think?
I think right now the Spartans, we talked about momentum, we talked about confidence all game. They have it right now. 3 really easy goals, if you will, catching Simons off guard on a couple of them, and now they've got the lead, and now Tennessee's going to be coming from behind, which is something they've done a lot this season. So the Ice Vols definitely are not out of it yet.
So we thank you for joining us for 2 periods of action here in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. We'll be back with third period action here in a moment. 3-1 your score, Tampa on top. Be back. And we welcome you back for puck drop here in the third period. It's 3-1 Tampa after a wild and crazy final 5 minutes of that second period. Alex Carpenter joined alongside Ethan Price. This game has been a doozy so far, and just go ahead and recap that scoring for us so far.
Yeah, so in the first period, the Ice Vols got it started off late with Tommy Carroll, sophomore forward for the Ice Vols. He kicked this game off really and got the Ice Vols the lead for a while. And then in the final 5 minutes of the second period, we had 3 goals for the Tampa Spartans. The first one, we finally figured it out. It was number 29, Robbie Seawagon, getting that momentum breaker really for the Spartans to tie for the lead. And then James Lawhorn kicked us off there with a second goal, got the Spartans the lead. And then just to kind of add insult to injury, if you will, for the Ice Vols, Cole Valise, 21, from Rockville, Maryland, with that most recent goal. And now we get ready for our final period of play here.
And Tennessee had a handful of power play opportunities there in that second frame. In fact, one of those goals for Tampa was scored while a man down. So, and of course, that first opening goal for Tennessee was scored while it was 5-on-3, and there's a big hit to open this period as Tennessee says, hey, we're not done yet. That was Dylan Updike laying the pain to that Spartan. That's number 9, Pentrante, going down. So Tennessee trying to retain some offensive presence, but they're going to turn the ball or the puck. I'm back to saying ball again. They turn the puck over, but they're going to go offside. Again, we apologize for some of the issues that have been going on with the stream. Look, we're a bunch of college kids trying to bring you club hockey. We have a great setup here. If you knew the hard work these people are putting into trying to make something special as this season goes on, you would not be saying anything, because they're trying. They're trying really hard. They dedicate a lot of time to this, and sometimes things just don't go the way you plan. I can assure you that in the future they're going to do everything they can to make this a great broadcast, as you've seen in flashes throughout this season. Even during the West Virginia games, if you guys were watching during that, working in a very limited environment, there was still some great broadcast happening in the latter half of that game on Friday. It was a really good showing.
Yeah, and even though we're having some of the technical difficulties, we have a really great game here on hand for you in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum.
And we hope to continue to bring it to you here for the final 19 minutes of this game. And here is an opportunity for Tampa. 77 shoots and a save by Simons. And they stopped the play there. And it's going to be a penalty away from the action.
Referee back on the whistle.
No way.
They do, I'm not sure what this hand signal means, but a Tennessee player is going to head to the box.
I believe it means he's been penalized, Alex.
That's true, but a good save by Simons on the break. That was Michael Schmelzer on the breakaway from the left-hand side of the circle. But still, another opportunity, and another goal probably puts this one away.
Yeah, and we almost saw a repeat of what happened at the start of the second period Friday night. Almost a really quick goal there for the Spartans. Instead, though, we remain a two-score game.
So Tampa has possession of the puck behind the net. They're working around the end to try and set something up in a shooting lane. As Tennessee is going to clear this one. Actually, an opportunity here. 2-on-2 action.
Looked like they were dancing a little bit there.
A little bit of a dancing between Spranklin and a Spartan. Spranklin having himself a pretty good game so far. As we have DiStefano on the ice as he's going to step up and lay down a hit on 21 Kovalis.
Is that necessarily bringing the boom, Alex?
I'd call it bringing the boom. And there's an offsides there. We'll send this face-off outside the net and reset. Get some fresh bodies on the ice. Looks like Tampa changes, but Tennessee does not.
And, you know, you got to question, what did Drew King say in the locker room there to his Ice Falls? Hey, you're down 2. You know, you beat him on Friday night. How can we beat him again here on Sunday?
It can be done. Even though this team is the defending national champions, you can win this game. And 2 goals is not that hard in a game that has been as open as this one has been. 16 shots on the day for Tennessee, 18 for Tampa. Not sure how many of them have been on goal, but not many. A lot of them are going wide or high. 45 seconds left on this man advantage for Tampa as they try and work it into the zone one more time. Good defense there from Rose to corral that one. But Tampa's going to have it. That's 91. That's Lawthorne. He takes a shot towards the net and a save by Simon. Simon's tripped up a little bit by his own man. He loses his stick. Makes a save with the blocker. What a play. And 29, Robbie Seawagon kind of ran into him. I have a feeling if they would have scored there, probably would have been called for interference.
Remember, Seawagon's the one who got that opening goal for the Spartans.
So it looks like Tennessee's going to survive this power play for Tampa as that is Stober comes out of the box. Back to 5-on-5. 16:53 and counting left in this final frame. 3-1 your score. Tennessee with a 3-on-2 advantage. Here comes Stober. They get it over to Spranklin. Spranklin tries to work it down. That's 11. That's Updike. Updike sends it back. Go ahead.
Updike's been kind of sneaky good in this, right? He's been on the ice a lot in this game. We haven't really talked about him or heard his name called, but here he is, and he's putting on a show for the Ice Balls.
Spranklin trying to do something here as he holds on to this puck. He loses control of it. Tampa's going to corral it as it heads down the ice. Hargis gets a hold of it. He sends it up. Just a scramble for the puck right now. As Tampa tries to enter the zone, no sirree. Tennessee has it. That's Cooper. Cooper with it. Cooper goes across and a turnover here. Here comes Tampa with an opportunity. What a pass, a feed, and just wide of the net. That was Nick Zeline on the feed to his fellow Spartan and just wide of Simons, who was, I mean, he wouldn't have been there. Here's Tennessee on the break. And the goal got off of its hinges, but they kept play going. They adjusted it. Looks like it's fine now as Tennessee trying to put some pressure on. A great opportunity there. Joey DeAngeli just lights up a Tennessee defender there.
Yeah, the glass took a hit, and so did the ice fall.
And we got a whistle. Looks like it's going to be an icing as players make their way to Lincoln Simons. Simons given up 3 goals in this game, but it doesn't feel like you can say that he is the problem.
No.
There's no way I could say that.
No, if anything, he's been the solution for the Ice Balls.
Right.
And I mean, looking at Friday's score, remember Ice Balls won that 3-1. Right now, we have the total opposite score of that game here with the Spartans on top and just maintaining control. That's exactly what they need to do to finish Tennessee off here today.
So Tennessee will take possession of this puck and try and keep it for a time being. Here's number 10, Kyle Oakley. Takes it.
We're seeing them, their speed, they're getting down the rink faster than the Spartans are. And if they can just get back to what they were doing with Tommy Carroll and getting that lucky goal there, I mean, they could easily get back and make this a game.
And Carroll wins the faceoff, but a quick turnover, and now a 2-on-1 for Tampa. It's number 93 who shoots and scores.
And this
It's just, So Tennessee's going to have to go quick here. Here's an opportunity off a bounce as they look for a goal. Just an overall insane turn of events here as Tennessee had the early 1-0 lead off a 5-on-3 shorthanded goal. And since then, 4 consecutive goals for the defending national champions to what it looks like put this baby to rest.
Yeah, and you got to think it wasn't just an early lead. They led for 35 minutes in this game. I mean, it took a little bit for them to get a goal, but the Spartans did not get this lead until, you know, just over 20-ish minutes ago. So
it felt like they had a level playing field. And there's a chance for DiStefano, and it goes off the post. DiStefano again, down low, loses possession of it. What a chance for the freshman. And you see, he grabs his helmet. He knows he screwed up. And here's a breakaway chance again for Tampa. Saved by Simons. That was Trainer again trying to get his second goal. Slap shot from Rose. It'll go wide of the net. Tennessee still has it.
the Tampa's bringing that Florida heat up 4-1. They can just go for it now, Alex.
Rose gets it over to Frazier. Frazier works it around. They try to dump it in. It goes wide. No one there. A big hit, though, on the board. Crowd liked that one. But here's Tampa on the press. McCann loses it. They're okay to just let this one go, as Tennessee's going to get a change here. Tries to catch him sleeping, and that'll go for an icing.
Well, for Tennessee, you've given up another goal. Your chances are starting to slip away, Alex. But like I said, they're still getting down the rink faster than Tampa is. They just have to hit one of these shots, and they can somewhat make it a game, but right now not looking good.
Spranklin loses the faceoff, but Tennessee able to keep it in thanks to a good effort from number 29, Grant LaGreca. Tampa has it. That's number 13, Braden Giederman, who loses possession.
Coach King putting some more players in here, trying to just make something happen.
It goes down to Cohen. Cohen swings it across to number 28. Who I don't have on my roster, but I swear that says 28. And there's a shot just wide. Oh, man. So Tennessee with a quick change. Lots of frustration here for Tennessee as you hear some people in the crowd not happy with the effort right now as Cooper drops it into the zone. Cohen chases after it. Drew King unhappy with his team right now. 11:30 left. And there's some bodies flying to the ground, and Simons is just gonna fall on top of that one.
Things are just starting to unravel for the Tennessee Volunteers right now, but you got to give it to Tampa Spartans. They're doing a great job here today. It wasn't an ugly first period, but it wasn't great. They've had an amazing last two periods.
No doubt about it. I wonder who the mystery number 28 is for Tennessee. That's my question. As there's number 71, Kyle Flynn, who dumps it in and forces a cover-up for a pretty quiet third period so far for Sebastian Fontana in net. Hasn't had a lot to look out for.
Yeah, he's just kind of been out there on vacation.
I would say if I'm Tennessee, I need to score a goal in the next 2 minutes to even give you a chance here, put a little pressure on. That would be my expert analysis. So, Angeli clears the zone. Tennessee takes it right back in, and they turn it over again. It's Tony. Tony drops it off to Graham. Graham looks up, goes to Schneider. But that's not Schneider, that's 15, that's Primo. Tuck the jersey in now. Tennessee dumps it in, trying to work something up, set up a play. They will not. Tampa on the break. Here comes a line change. Trying to get it into a high-scoring position. And here's a 4-on-2 developing for Tennessee. Can they do something?
Bryce Cooper is going at it down there with a Spartan.
And this was away from the play, too.
Yeah, this was an isolated incident. I think the tempers are flaring finally here in Knoxville.
And I'm going to tell you, you had a 4-on-2 breakaway developing. You got to keep your tempers cooled, because that could have been a major goal, or at least a chance here, but they're going to get both of these young men for probably roughing here. Let them cool off in the box.
I couldn't tell who was winning that disagreement, we'll call it. It wasn't the brawl that we had earlier in the second period, but
and I didn't see it. Was it just shoving, or did we have a little bit of
he was up against the glass.
Oh man. I missed that. So they'll still award Tennessee a offensive zone face-off, as it's 4-on-4 now for the next 2 minutes. 10:21 left in this hockey game. 4-1 your score. As we thank you for joining us inside the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Tennessee undefeated at home so far this season, and it's not looking good as we enter halfway through the final frame. It seems like Tampa's been more successful in the 4-on-4 moments of this game, as they've got it behind the net right now, and they try to swoop it out front. No luck for Tampa, and here's an opportunity. Good defense from the Ice Balls. Simons didn't even have to make a save there.
Yeah, DeStefano, he got tripped up there with Hagelberger.
And that was Satterdalen with the opportunity for Tampa, as Tennessee forces a cover-up thanks to Tyler Isles' effort.
And we're getting some shoving as a Spartan shoved, I believe that might have been Cooper, into the glass. No, that was DeStefano.
That was DeStefano who got shoved into the glass. You know, the back of his jersey doesn't have his name on it, but everybody else's does. Why is that, you wonder? Maybe the freshmen don't have their names on the back, something like that?
That could be the case, Alex. I think he deserves one at this point. He's had a great season.
I agree. The freshman phenom. Give him a name. So we've got a little break in the action. Line judge is over by the box talking it over with probably the scorekeeper. 1 minute and 8 seconds left on 4-on-4 action, as Tennessee will lose this faceoff. They'll clear it towards Simons, who says icing. They say no thank you. So Tampa has it in the Tennessee zone. They send it towards net. It deflects off an ice ball defender. They still keep it nonetheless. Lawthorne goes across the ice to Giederman, who takes a shot at goal, and it is deflected. Tennessee retains. James Getz moving the puck up the ice. He's trying to go distance to distance. He works it around. Not a lot of help from his fellow teammates, as Frazier drops back to play defense. It gets past 2 defenders, and Simons has to make a play on it. Kind of catches himself outside of position there, but no worries as we head the other way. Giederman with it. He goes to the ice. 2 men on the ground. He looks hurt, honestly, and they're pushing and shoving.
Getz and 13 for the Spartans are, once again, we're about to have a brawl on the other side of the second period glass.
So we've got 2 fights going on right now. That is Connor Frazier having some tense words with James Lawthorne. And the other one, I'm not sure who that iceball is, talking to the official right now. Do you see that number?
Not with the binoculars, no.
Oh, man. Even with the binoculars. And they're going to talk about what to do here. Come on, turn around, buddy. 16. That's James Getz.
And Alex, really for Tennessee, you just kind of got to keep your composure. We've seen it, or at least we have seen it. Tennessee, they're having these little separated discussions, if you will, with the Spartans as the play is going on the other side of the rink, especially. You still have 8:23 left in this game. You're down 3. If you can get a couple quick goals, you can still get back in this, but you can't have all this stoppage.
You got to stay composed and not stay away from the play. Looks like there's 3 people in the box for Tampa. Can't see how many heads Tennessee has in the box. I'd imagine it's 3 as well. Only 2 seconds left from the previous altercation with Bryce Cooper and a Spartan. So they'll be heading out of the box in literally just a moment. But they're chit-chatting about this.
And you have to wonder if maybe some of the Spartans saw Spranklin's quote about we don't lose in the collie. And maybe they took it a little personal.
Defending national champions, showing some of that championship pedigree as they're doing a good job at closing out this game. Now, Tennessee had a dream start to this game, able to score on a 5-on-3 disadvantage. And then 35 minutes into the game, it just all unravels. 4 consecutive goals since that first goal 35 minutes in for Tampa.
Yeah, and there's no clear-cut decider about, what happened to the Ice Balls. I think the Spartans finally, just like you said, they got their confidence when they finally got that first goal. And
so hold on here. We've got a power play coming up for Tennessee, at least for a moment, a 4-on-3, as 3 Tampa Spartans are on the ice right now. So it's looking like a power play. So here we go, a pick sweep power play as it becomes a 4-on-5 as they come out of the box, and a costly turnover. They're able to recover.
Bryce Cooper returns to the ice from the penalty box, only 2 seconds, so that helps the Ice Balls.
Spranklin has it, going to try and quarterback this upcoming attack. Here he comes down the ice. He looks across the way to a streaking Tyler Isles. Isles works it around the net. He goes to the top of the point to 43 Bryce Cooper. Bryce Cooper stays on the ice after his altercation as Cooper's in a fight right now. Sends a player to the ice, no penalty. He loses his stick though, and he looked ready to square up there.
Yeah, he brought the hands up there for a moment. Bryce Cooper he's not afraid of these Spartans.
No, he is not. And it's going to take something like that to get back into it. Here's Spranklin moving into the zone. Cooper helps him out. It goes across the end. They've got a man streaking. No luck, as good defense from the Spartans. And that was Kyle Stober almost on the reception of that great 1-2 pass. And here's a chance for Tampa. Good save from Simons on Jacob Pentrante on the shot. Tommy Carroll moves it into the zone. They get it cross ice to DeStefano. DeStefano kind of runs into the official there as it goes to Pavic. Pavic goes to Rose, who works it around the end of DeStefano. Henry Cohen with the puck. He's on the ground now. I'm telling you, what's a cross-check in this game? Oh, and we had a WWE-style slam there from the Spartans. But still, 5 seconds left in the man advantage. Here's a shot out front. No luck. Oh, man. James Getz almost had a good look at goal there, but Tampa's going to survive that power play. It'll be an icing. Another missed opportunity for Tennessee.
Yeah, in the first period, it was the Spartans with the missed opportunities. Now it feels like the rest of this game has just been Tennessee with the missed opportunities.
6:16 left in the third period, 4-1 your score. Tennessee needs 3 goals, and they need 3 goals quick. Billy McCann works it up the ice to his fellow player, but they're just going to dump it out and get a line change. That is Carter Trussler on the ice now, taking it up. Tries to look for one of his wingers. He'll just dump it back out. Tennessee hasn't had a lot of sustained presence in their zone, and here's a chance out front for the Spartans. Good save by Simons. Jacob Pentrante, who has been all over the slot tonight, stopped again.
Yeah, the Ice Falls, Alex, may not have a ton of presence on offense, but Simons, as a goalie for the Volunteers, definitely has, as the Spartans now have over 20 shots on goal.
So a good save from Simons on Pentrante keeps this game at 3 goals down. And here's an icing. 5:34, everyone has to stay on the ice. What's your message if you're Drew King to Tennessee?
I don't know if you have a message at this point. Whatever message he's been giving them just is not working. Maybe don't do a message. Maybe just let the players' passion play out here in this final 5.5 minutes and see maybe if you can pull off a miracle.
You wonder if passion equals fights. I wonder that.
To Bryce Cooper, it definitely does.
To Bryce Cooper, yeah. Connor Frazier wins the faceoff. They work it and dump it into the end. And Frazier says hello to the back of a Spartan, with a nice hit. And there's Tyler Isles with it in the corner. Tampa wins possession, and they send it right into their bench. That was dangerous. That's a heavy-hitting shot right towards your friends.
I don't think you have any friends when you get on the ice.
All you know is either score goal or stop goal.
That's a good way of putting it.
That's like caveman style right there, as Spranklin wins the faceoff. 5 minutes remaining in this contest. As Tennessee gets it into the zone, trying to find something. Tampa clears. Rose has it. Rose goes across to Cooper. And here's Spranklin on the break. Had an opportunity, chose not to shoot. It goes to Rose. Rose sheds a defender, shoots high, goes wide. He was looking for just a slimmer of a top of that net. Couldn't find it. Simons has to come out and get that one. Works it around the board to Spranklin. Spranklin loses possession, a shot opportunity off the rebound, and it goes wide.
Yeah, and you saw right there, he covered the right side, and that's what helped, not allow it to be a goal.
And here comes another penalty for Tampa, as Tennessee's going to get another opportunity on the power play. Probably going to be a hook or a slash, one of those things at mid-ice.
Alex, it's been a while since we saw a hockey stick land on the ice.
It has. Will we have another broken stick, you wonder?
I think they're a lot more durable in this third period.
So 4 minutes left, and Tennessee goes on a 2-minute power play, sponsored by Pick Sweet. The Ice Balls are on the power play, as there's a quick stoppage into this frame. 1:53 left on the power play, just 7 seconds gone there. As Frazier gets ready to take this draw, has to happen quick, as there's Tyler Isles with it. Tyler Isles shoots it across the edge of the net. No one home. Take it up top. Trying to work it in. As that is Spranklin with it, who loses the puck, and they still keep it though. Tyler Isles with it, looks out front to the slot. No, nothing there. Rebound, fighting for it. It's a scrap. No one has it. Spranklin, backhand. Shot, slap shot. It deflects to Stober. Stober shoots. Saved by Fontana.
And the boxing gloves once again are out.
And Fontana is down.
I was just about to say, Alex, Fontana, he's had an amazing second and third period. With a 3-point lead, all you really got to do is just sit there and just do your best, and looks like he's a little shaken up after that one.
Yeah, Fontana went to the ground. He looks shooken up, and they're gonna send a player each to the box for roughing, as the medical staff's going to check out the keeper for the Spartans. You hate to see it. I don't know if a stick got a hold of him or if the puck landed right in between the pads.
It was really just a bunch of unfortunate timing. Fontana was right there on the left side of the post. There was a ton of ice balls around him, multiple shots being taken at the goal. He was just trying to do everything he could, and unfortunately he got hurt in the process.
He's taking a little skate around. I think he's all right. Should be able to finish this game out, but it's about to be 4-on-3 action here for the next 1 minute and 9 seconds. Yeah, it looks like I would say Fontana probably got hit where you don't want to get hit, if you know what I'm saying. Especially as a guy, you catch my drift. But he's okay.
Just say he got the breath taken out of him for a second.
There you go. So we have 4 men on the ice for Tennessee, 3 men on the ice for Tampa. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left.
And now this could be an opportunity. We've talked about it all game. This could be an opportunity for the Ice Balls. The goalie's a little shaken up. Maybe he'll,
That's true. And if you can just get one, you never know. And actually, it's going to be 5-on-4 action after all that, as 2 players went to the ice last second. So 5 men on the ice for Tennessee, 4 on the ice for Tampa with 57 seconds left in this pick sweep power play. As there's Tyler Isles working it down the ice. He tries to find someone, no one there, gets to Spranklin. Spranklin sends it towards the net, and picking up right where he left, in danger of losing their first game on home ice this season as they win the opening faceoff, but it goes wide. And as you can see on your screen right now, no one in net for Tennessee. There are 6 men. Actually, no, that's what happened. Tennessee pulled their goalie earlier. That's why it's 5-on-4 and not 4 on. I don't know. All I know is that that's going to be an icing. Actually, no, because it's a power play. My apologies. So Tennessee playing with fire right here, but that's what you kind of have to do with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. 7 seconds left on the man advantage. And it's about to get real difficult for Tennessee. Tampa just playing keep away, trying to run this clock out. Rose comes off the bench, sends it over to Spranklin. They've been out there for quite some time at this point. I feel like I've said Spranklin's name 12 times. As it goes to Dylan Updike. Updike works it up. Shot by, who is that? Is that DeStefano? Took that shot? Yes, it was. And it's high into the net. 1:42 left. No goalie on the ice for Tennessee. Got to have 3 goals in about 102 seconds. Easy, right?
Easier said than done.
Yeah. And Tennessee's going to take a timeout and talk about it. I don't know what you're going to say other than, hey, what are we doing? This one stings for Tennessee, I feel like.
It stings, but you got to remember, you're going up against the defending national champions. You beat them on Friday. I forgot who it was, but one of the players said it might have been Spranklin, actually, who said, alongside his, we don't lose in the Coliseum quote, we beat a good team, and this is a really good team. The Ice Falls, even with this loss falling to 4-4, they're still a really good team, but you got to hand it to the Tampa Spartans today. They were knocked down in that first period, but they were not out. They didn't believe in that. and they showed it here in the last 2 periods, and they earned this one.
And, you know, we didn't even talk about it, but I heard pregame that Friday, Tampa was unable to check into their hotels when they got here. They were unable to eat because they were running behind, so they came directly to the stadium for their game, malnourished and tired, because that's a long bus drive from Tampa to Knoxville. I'll tell you what. So maybe that kind of played into their slow start on Friday. And now that they've got their feet underneath them here on Sunday, they've looked like a much different team. And there's a shot by Cooper towards the net, and it goes just wide. 1:34 left. Will this be our final score at 3-1? Or can Tennessee get 1 or 2 back? There's a shot from Stober that goes wide. No luck there. Tennessee doing a good job keeping possession. They send it towards the net as it's blocked by a ready Spartan. Tennessee with it behind the net. They go up top. Have a man at the circle. No luck. There was a rebound opportunity, but it's not there. 1 minute remaining in the game. 6 on 4 right now for Tennessee. Or 6 on 5.
Someone's lost a stick down there on the ice.
Another stick, and there's a ball going towards the net. I said ball. Who cares? It's a goal. That'll do it. The crowd stands, and it's looking like 5-1 is going to do it.
And it may not be a shutout like what they did to Liberty, but it might as well be. I mean, they have run the table in this last 2 periods, and that's just nail in the dagger, if you will.
5 unanswered goals since midway through the second period. Just a disaster for Tennessee here to close out this game. As 45 seconds are left, you hate to see it, but you have to remember that this is a long season. We're only a handful of games in. Tennessee, what, 4-3 on the season right now?
4-3, yeah.
Going to be 4-4 here in about 30 seconds as this game winds down.
And you know, Alex, these are the games you learn about your team, right? Drew King can look at this game and be like, hey, where were we good at? Where were we great at? And where did we get beat at? And
these are the games that you look back at as it comes to March and it comes to championship time, where you're like, okay, this is how we stacked up against one of the best. And I'd like to think that knowing this coaching staff, that they'll be able to improve come that time, because this team has a lot of talented players on it. As here is a last-second opportunity for the Spartans as it's directed wide. 9 seconds left, 8 seconds, and 5 seconds left. 1 second. And the horn sounds, and that'll do it. So after a roaring comeback from the Spartans, Tennessee is going to fall inside the Coliseum and at home for the first time this season. Your final score here on Hockey Top, 5-1. Tennessee falls. It was an interesting game, no doubt. Tennessee had an early goal on a 5-on-3 disadvantage thanks to Tommy Carroll, and then pretty much held fast for 25 to 30 minutes after that point. But then when Tampa Bay got hot, or not Tampa Bay, when Tampa got hot, they got hot.
I can tell you like football.
That's exactly right. I've said ball like 12 times this game.
No, but Alex, you hit it perfectly. The Vols, we talked about it. It felt like a lucky shot, and it probably was, right? Maybe they didn't even deserve that one goal, but they got it, right? They avoided the shutout. You lose at home, you're no longer undefeated at home. But like we said, you learned this was a good team. You won Friday. It's going to be hard to beat them on Sunday. Tampa, obviously, we're not going to get shut out or, get swept by the Ice Vols. So props to the Spartans. They came out here and played, and like you said, maybe they were a little malnourished and sleepy on Friday. They were fed, slept well on Sunday or Saturday, and here they are showing out on Sunday. Great game.
They looked real good out there today. Hats off to Tampa. Wish them best of luck for the rest of the season, and we